Hello, mind, body, spirit. Drum roll, please. This is Harena, and I am going to be gifting you a guided shamanic journey today. I won't waffle on too long before we get to that. I'm wanting to do about a 15-20 minute journey with everybody today to get the most out of it. And a guided shamanic journey, for those that don't know, is shifting your consciousness into an altered state, into a theta brainwave state. We operate usually in a high frequency beta state day to day. And the beat of a drum helps to shift your brain waves. So that's the first thing that you probably should know, that just listening to the drum will help shift your brain waves in a journey. It's also why a shaman will use a rattle. And that's what I'll do if I'm in session. It's the shaman's psychic tool, is the ability to shift one's consciousness into an altered state, into a theta state, and we journey the worlds. This is a very in-depth metaphysical conversation, but it's essentially the psychic ability of a shaman. It's how we journey to formless energy. So it's again challenging to describe that place with words, because how do you describe a metaphysical space, pure energy, the energy realm? And that's something that we learn, how to navigate this metaphysical space, the metaphysical realm, this space of formless energy, that which we cannot see, therefore we do not have a word to describe it in words. And this reality, we're very used to concentrating on the thing, on the object. And in the Cairo teachings, they teach us about space consciousness, which is all the space of possibility. So it's almost like here in the physical realm, we're concentrating on the thing. And when you learn to journey and shift your consciousness and move in a metaphysical space, the awareness is on the space. The space is the importance. The space is the intelligence. That's the possibility. And how one would alter your consciousness to shift your awareness into that space is literally by moving your awareness onto the space. It's something that if anyone's come across Joe Dispenza and his book Becoming Supernatural, he'll do it with you as well. He does a spine activation, and you move the juice up your spine to activate the pineal gland. And what he'll do with each nawi, we call them nawis, excuse me, if I use any shamanic language, I will translate it. A nawi is a chakra. We know them as chakra, but they're called nawis, which translates as eyes. And the Kairos believe that we have eyes, nawi centers all over the body. And the main ones are what we know as the chakra system. So if you were doing Joe Dispenza's work, altering your state of consciousness, he gets you to concentrate on that chakra, on the nawi, and then to concentrate on the space around it. And he does that up the energy centers, that you concentrate on the place, and then you think about the space around the body. And the space around the heart center, the space over the top of your hands. And you, instead of taking the awareness to the finger, you would take your awareness to around your finger. That makes sense. And this will shift you into space consciousness. Another really useful tip that I will give you just now quickly, if you are the type of person that's challenged with a lot of thinking and you've got a lot going on and you've got one of those busy monkey matoti minds, a 30-second stop your thoughts in, it's probably about 10 seconds trick, is to first of all notice it. So if you have a pattern interrupt point that you can, I like tapping the heart to bring you out of your head into your heart space. So first of all, if you're busy-minded and you're a bit stressed out, you would first of all pattern interrupt yourself, tap your heart. Then hold your breath for a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let it out. And as you breathe out, move your eyes into peripheral vision so that you're not looking at any particular thing. You're then moving your eyes into peripheral vision so that you can kind of see to the sides of oneself. But you're not focused on anything directly. You're just moving the awareness out and shifting the focus of your eyes. And if you try that with me just now, you'll notice if you move into peripheral vision that the mind chatter stops instantly. It's like a mute button that goes off in the mind. So if you're one of those people that just says, I just don't know how to stop the mind chatter, this is how you do it in about 30 seconds. I can't quite see the comments here. Perhaps I'll look at them towards the end because I've got the stand there on the thingy. So thank you to everyone who is commenting. Hello, hello, love you, love you, love you. And I'll check in with comments at the end. So do stick around if you're doing the guided journey. We've got a few people on here just for now. So I think if we crack on, and then if anyone jumps on late, then we can do that and I can answer hopefully any questions at the end. I did think it was an hour slot. So when it says on the program, how to Shamanic Journey and guided journey, I'm going to have to shorten the how to a little bit. That's why I'm giving you a few of these moving states of awareness tips just now, because we won't be able to go into that much detail about how to journey. I will just do more practical so that everyone gets to experience a journey, because for me, the learning is in the doing. And that the more you practice it and experience it for yourself, the better, the quicker that your learning will be. Because I can talk about it all day long, but actually for you to experience it is going to be the most effective way to learn. What I will say, for those that have never experienced a shamanic journey before, often the saboteur comes in. And we get the Matoti mind saying, I'm not doing this right, or, oh, I'm not sure, is it going too quickly? And we struggle to trust ourselves in the journey. Or we find that we're not very visual, and how everybody else is describing it is it seems like they're getting lots of visuals out of the journey, and we're the person that goes, I'm not visual, that's not how it happened for me. And if you're not visual, you probably have a different sense that's your dominant. So that could be either kinesthetic, you might be more clairsentient, which is like me. I'll feel it in my body and I'll get an imprint and more of a sense. I'm not so visual. You might be quite auditory and your sound goes on real high alert and you can really hear birds or hear the sea or hear something, and you just know that you can hear it, and that's how you know it's there. Perhaps it's smell for you, and if you're in the forest you can smell the pine or the leaves of the trees. You might find that you're getting little pockets of all of these things in your journey, but however you experience it will be absolutely right and correct for you. You can't get it wrong. It's the idea of compare and despair, that if you're not that much of a visual person and somebody else is getting a lot of visuals, you might think, well, I'm doing it wrong because they've done it like that. Totally not the case. You want to pick up on how you as an individual journey, and you can use it as a self-development tool. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So it's a wonderful way to access unconscious messages, is to journey, then to journal about your journey or to dictaphone about your journey, then listen to that back and think, if I was analysing myself and saying how I do anything is how I do everything, and it will show you, reveal a lot of information about your habits, your behaviors, your go-to patterns, beliefs, how you show up in life is the same as how you would journey in a metaphysical sense. Certainly when you're practicing this, the idea is to learn as much about your unconscious self as you possibly can, because the more you know about that, the more then you will be able to relate to beings and have more conversation with metaphysical beings. But the first stage is to get to know yourself really, really well, because then you'll know if it's a reading from you and your unconscious or something else coming in, if that makes sense. So the first step is to use it as a self-development stepping stone to really get to know yourself and your unconscious mind. So how you test that is you relate it to how you access memory. So just as an exercise, before we go into the journey, so that you know what you're looking for in your own journey, is close your eyes for a minute, take a breath, and access this morning's memory. What's the first thing that you did this morning when you woke up, when you got up out of bed? And take a moment to access that memory of, perhaps it was you making a cup of tea, getting dressed, whatever it was. Note in your own psyche how that came in. So if you accessed your memory of this morning in a really visual way, then your predominant sense is probably visual, and that's how you'll journey. If you close your eyes and you went, well, no, I'm getting an imprint. I just knew that I was making a cup of tea, or language is more predominant and you're just thinking the word tea because that you know that that's what you did. However you've accessed that memory will be what you're looking for in your journey to start you off as a foundational way to practice, so that you're not going in there and you're thinking, well, this should be more visual, and you're trying to change it. So I hope that lands, and I hope that you've now got a sense of, okay, this is how I'm wanting to experience a journey. However, your mind accesses memory, and we're very good at accessing memory because most of the time we're not present. We are either living in the future or living in the past and accessing something that happened to us before, living on a program, or projecting ourselves into the future and thinking, well, this is how it should be, da 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 da. And we want to pull everything into the present moment. The next key point about journeying well is we have to be in our body. We get to be in our body before we leave it. And to do that, its first step is becoming present in this vessel before attempting to leave it. If you're not here already, there's no way that all of you can go. So we'll take a minute to get present, to get in our body. Hopefully you're happy with what you're looking for when you're going through this journey, because we've done that memory trick. So if you've just missed the memory trick, then how you journey is how you will recall memories. So really good indication of how you're going to access the metaphysical world is how you recall any of your memories. So that you can't, when that mentoted mind comes in that says, well, I'm no good at this because it's not very visual, you can say, well, I'm not visual in my memory, so shush and let's carry on. It's a good way to say, quieten down, head office. So we'll do 30 and 13 on my clock. Beautiful. We'll start with a little bit of breath work, getting present, and then I will bring in Harena, my beautiful drum, and drum everyone on a journey. I'm so used to doing hour sessions, so I've realised that I've already waffled on, and we'll keep this journey to the next 15 minutes. So everyone, you can sit or lay down. It's totally up to you. We are in a 15-minute journey. It's not a very long one, so you can sit up, whatever's comfy for you, but find a nice comfortable place. Taking a nice deep breath in, holding at the top and out. And in, hold and out. Last one, in, hold, and out. So closing the eyes. Listening to my drum, giving your body permission to relax, asking all of yourself to be here, to be now, to be present, bringing your thoughts into your body and taking your awareness to your heart space. Taking your awareness just above your heart. Imagining the air that surrounds your chest and all the air around your body. Sense, feel, or imagine that you are a cloud. A light cloud that's resting on the outside of your skin. Resting lightly around your back, lightly over your face, over your arms. Bringing your awareness to that space just outside of your body. And giving your imagination permission to guide you, to flow, to play. Saying yes to you. And thanking yourself and your body for being present to this gift. Sense, feel, or imagine that you're in a beautiful place in nature. Somewhere where you feel safe and held. Somewhere where you feel free. The weather is perfect and you feel love, you are love. And as you explore this beautiful place in nature, like you just start getting faster, maybe doing a jog or a run with your arms out, running up to the top of a hill. As you get nearer to the top of this hill, you realize at the bottom there's an enchanted forest. And it's calling you. As you make your way over the hill, you start to move towards the forest. Down the hill. And as you get closer and closer to this forest, you can feel its magic and its power. It's pulling you in, inviting you in for transformation. This is a colourful, spectacular forest. And you notice as you get closer, just before you enter the thicket, there's a tree to the side of you, and it has a robe hanging from it. I'd like you to approach the robe and take it off the hook of the tree and put it around you. This might be a rainbow robe, a spectacular robe. And put it around your shoulders and wear this cloak. And then you notice that this cloak is magic, and it's pulling out of your body all that no longer serves you. If you'd like to hold an intention in your mind of something specific that you wish to release, then I invite you to do so. Ask the cloak to take all that's no longer serving you. And as you notice, it's pulling all the heavy hucha out from your body, filling into the cloak, telling you that you no longer need it. It's ready to be released. And you give your permission to release all that no longer serves you. Happily giving it over to the magic cloak. And as you breathe out, sense, feel, or imagine that you're shedding and giving over all that no longer serves to the cloak. And then thanking it for its magic. You may have noticed that the cloak has changed colour, or it's heavier when you come to take it off. It's ready to be removed. And as you take your heavy cloak off, hook it back onto the tree, giving your gratitude and thanks for the energies that know where to disperse all of the heavy hucha. Now you're light and ready to enter the forest. Sense, feel, or imagine that you're moving through the magical forest, entering the threshold, into the thicket. Feeling light, happy, magical, and alive. And there's a special tree calling you. You seem to know which one it is as you approach. Perhaps you don't know how you know, but you're moving towards a certain tree. At the base of this tree, somewhere hidden under the leaves or in between the roots, is a key that you must find. As you go searching for this key hidden under a specific tree, perhaps it calls to you or it glints out in the sunshine. And once you have found your beautiful key, it is to open a chest. And this forest is also hiding the chest. And now using your imagination to guide you to find the key that opens the chest, you are invited to look for the chest to which you hold the key. any assistance in finding your chest, you can beckon any of the forest animals, ask them to show you where it is. As you delight in exploring this magical forest, take your time to find the chest. If you haven't found it yet, don't worry. It will make itself aware to you. And when you have found your chest, take your key, unlocking it, opening this magical chest to find inside a gift. This is a gift from your unconscious to you. You might like to ask some questions. You might not want to analyze what this gift is. Just accept it with a thank you. If you'd like to ask what it is for, you may do so and see if you get any answers. But know this gift is right and perfect for you. And whatever this gift represents needs to be digested. And the essence of this gift, the energy of this gift, starts to sparkle, as if there were fairies present, and you notice fairy dust coming up off the top of this magical gift. And suddenly before your eyes is a bright, sparkling, a luminous seed. As you take this seed out of the sky, it is for you to place into your mouth and swallow. Swallowing this energy seed, knowing that this gift needs to be fully digested so that it is within you, so that it can grow. And if you'd like to add an intention of something that you wish to grow, something in your life that you would like more of, more love, more abundance, more self-esteem, you can sense, feel or imagine that by swallowing it, this is growing within you. And it is exactly what you need. Thanking the seed for all of its power, for activating you and your system, aligning you with your truth, your true potential, and your life force. Placing your key back under the tree. And finding your way back out through the forest, through the trees, out of the magical forest. And as you leave, you wash over with gratitude for your gift, for all of the healing, for all of the energies. Thank you to this magical forest. Thank you to yourself. And as you start to leave the forest with pure gratitude in your heart, you sense, feel or imagine that you're walking back up the hill, back up, out into your beautiful place in nature, and noticing how new and ready. Stepping back out into the beautiful place in nature. Taking some nice deep breaths. And it is so. Beautiful. And those that have been laying down, do take your time. When you're ready, wiggling your fingers and your toes, coming back into your body. It's always nice if you feel like giving yourself a little shower to rub your body down. Give yourself a shower off, move all the bits. You don't have to do this quite yet, but just shower yourself down when you're good and ready to come back into this physical realm, physical reality. Wonderful. I just about stuck to time. We are 1:30 on the button on the nose on my computer there. So I did say I would do questions if I had time, but we've got there's a program today, so I won't run over. If anyone does want to message me privately with any messages, you can do so. I'm holding at the moment a free Wednesday 6 o'clock guided journey session, and that's an hour. So we go a little bit deeper. We do some more breath work at the start and some more practices, and then we do another guided journey. So I have put the link in here. If anyone wants to sign up for that free class, then please click the link and get your name registered for that. We're doing Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and if you just need to register once, and then you can jump on any Wednesday. You don't need to keep re-registering every week. So even if you can't come this Wednesday, I would still urge you to register so that you get the notifications and you can join on that free gift. So thank you all for attending. I will read the comments in a second, and if anyone has got any messages, then please do email me or Facebook message and sign up for Wednesday 6 o'clock session, because we'll be doing lots more. Mwah! I hope you all have a wonderful, spectacular rest of your Saturday and enjoy more of the gifts from the mind, body, spirit. Mwah. Upi chai. Love you all.